everyone, and welcome to Disney's Coronado Springs, and more specifically, Gran Destino Tower. Today, I am at a very unique spot. I'm at the Barcelona Lounge. Take a look at that menu right there, super nice. I have heard from many friends that the coffee here is unlike any other coffee I've had before, and the sweetest option that they have, both from friends and from the servers here, is the Cafe Bonbon. So that is what I'm going to try now. And here it is, the Cafe Bonbon. I heard it's extremely good, and there's condensed milk there. I've handed a spoon, and Jimmy, my server, told me that I have to mix it up. Gotta mix it up, or that last sip will be super intense, so mixing it up. Definitely a small coffee, but if it's one of the best at Walt Disney World, you know I've gotta try it. You know I do. Okay, time for the moment of truth. Is it the best coffee at Walt Disney World? Let's find out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is an extremely good coffee. The Cafe Bonbon costs $3.49. A little bit more expensive for this small amount of coffee, but I gotta tell you, my mind is blown, just absolutely blown. I like a sweet coffee. This tastes amazing. It's super sweet, super sweet. You need to like a sweet coffee. You need to be able to mix it up and be comfortable with that. But wow, just perfect. The creaminess to it with that sweetened condensed milk. I don't know, it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wow. I can't believe I'm gonna do it. I cannot believe this is about to happen. This is the best coffee at Walt Disney World. If you love coffee, I cannot recommend it highly enough. Barcelona Lounge, right here, kind of that lower level of Gran Destino Tower. It's definitely worth the trip. If you're a coffee lover, it's worth going out of your way for this one. I almost don't want to finish it off because it's that good. I'll be back here for sure. After a delicious coffee, I'm making my way outside. I'm gonna go walk across the way, and I'm gonna go take a look at the Three Bridges restaurant. Right there, right in the middle of Coronado Springs. I've heard really good things about it. When I saw it the last time, I really wanted to try it, but we didn't get the opportunity to. I'm gonna go just take another look at the menu. Now, I know I've talked about it a few times in separate videos about living in Orlando, but there's something very interesting about this environment, about being here pretty frequently. No matter what happens during the day, let's say you go to work and it's, you know, it's not the best day, you're not having a lot of fun, you can come and escape to the most magical place on earth. But of all the things that I've noticed that have changed about the way that I experience Disney, it's become more and more of my escape. And I love that. Now here's a quick look at some of those offerings right here from the Three Bridges restaurant. It's really interesting to see. They've got that cheese dip right there on the top, which looks amazing, absolutely amazing. They've got sandwiches and entrees, and they've got sangria. And this menu area is actually located way out here, beyond where the restaurant is. You know, we talk about the most relaxing resorts at Walt Disney World all the time. Is it the Poly? Is it Kidani Village? Which one is it? You know, I feel like Coronado Springs doesn't quite get enough credit for being super relaxing. It's just, you can feel it. Maybe because it always seems to be quiet, maybe it's the water, maybe it's the way the sun sets over the buildings, right over there. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it. It's something, but Coronado Springs is super relaxing. Now this I didn't know about. Sangria University, Saturdays and Sundays, 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, well there you go, there's the number right there. $45 per guest right here at the Villa de Lago, or Three Bridges restaurant. They have the Cafe Bonbon out here as well. Good to know. Take a look at some of those dippable and shareable items right there. Oh my gosh, the fried shrimp corn dogs. Wow, but $17, a little bit expensive there. Sandwiches, salads, entrees. They've got the cocktails right there. They've got beer and hard cider, sangria, of course, wine, and that coffee. Yum. I'm looking over here at those edible items. Not so sure if I'll have anything today. I keep walking by and almost getting something, like every time. I don't know, could today be the day? Maybe I'll walk around a little bit more, see if I get a tiny bit hungrier. Is hungrier a word? No, it's more hungry. We'll walk around trying to get a little bit more hungry. Just thinking of something as simple as a restaurant on the water. Think about the restaurant on the water, makes a lot of sense right over there. It's awesome, gotta love it. But even if you don't eat here, think about the convenience. Okay, so here we are at Casitas 5. We're at Casitas 5. There is Gran Destino Tower. Seems like super far away, but with the bridge, it's like this. In the past, you would have had to walk all the way around. So this kind of implementation for convenience and also for a restaurant is super smart in my opinion. You know, as I'm walking around Coronado Springs, I am seeing a ton of conventioners, and that's what Coronado is for. It's for conventioners. It's not the only resort for conventioners, but it is a big one. And you know, it reminds me all the time that there's so much depth to Disney from someone who just likes to enjoy the parks and see the resorts and just walk around and have a great time. You almost forget about pieces like that. I know I talk about it a lot. I know I do, but just look at this. Look at this beauty. You know, I've never noticed it before, and I just took a look because there's actually a light out right here. I'm sure Disney will be replacing it any day now. But Disney uses these mini fluorescent bulbs right here at Coronado. They're always thinking about those efficiencies that they can use around the parks, whether it's trying to protect the environment or just using less energy. I had never noticed that before. That's super cool. Now, as I'm sitting here enjoying this amazing sunset from Coronado Springs, it brings a thought to my mind, which we've discussed before, but I want to go into more detail about right now. The idea of an expanded Skyliner system. The Skyliner system has been extremely successful at Hollywood Studios, Riviera, and Epcot, in my opinion. I love it. It's one of my favorite new forms of transportation, and I really believe that it is the future. And when I'm here at Coronado Springs, I think more and more about what that future might look like. I'm looking at my phone here and at the map of Walt Disney World. We're here at Coronado Springs, and I'm looking at its location compared to Animal Kingdom. It is extremely, extremely close to Animal Kingdom. It's also very close to the Blizzard Beach water park. And you know, it's also very close to Hollywood Studios. And if you kind of turn the map sideways, you can see there's almost a line between Animal Kingdom, Coronado Springs, and Hollywood Studios. Would it not make an amazing amount of sense for there to be a Skyliner system that goes from Hollywood Studios, not saying the same, you know, the same line and all that, maybe you have to transfer, I'm sure you would, from Hollywood Studios to Coronado Springs to Animal Kingdom. It would connect 3 Disney parks together. In my opinion, that is such a logical choice to have this as the transfer station. You can choose to get off or not get off at Coronado Springs, similar to how we have it at the Riviera Resort. In my opinion, it would be perfect. It would add the Animal Kingdom to that transportation hub. We really need Animal Kingdom connected now. We've got all the parks connected except for Animal Kingdom. It would be perfect. Now, when do I think we could see a system? Oh my gosh! I'm gonna add that to the vlog blooper moments. Wow. I'm ashamed to admit it's not the first time I've fallen out of a hammock. Let's try that again. I'm sitting down very carefully this time. Okay. Whew. I'm in the chair. All right, now back to the Skyliner. Now, when do I think that another Skyliner line might be announced? I think we could hear about it as early as the next D23 in Anaheim. So D23 2021. That would be in a year, that's fine, but one more line for the Skyliner, just one more, completes 3 parks connected together. Please, Disney. Now I'm going to get out of the hammock extremely slowly and carefully. See, look at that. It's funny, as humans, whenever that happens, we always like look around, who else saw? Who else was watching? It was so funny. For reference, these hammocks are a little bit more difficult to maneuver than some of the ones at the Polynesian, as an example, because it's not just kind of that rope throughout, it's more of like the mesh. Instead, you see how it's like a little different? Like here's the rope that you usually are on, it's kind of intertwined. This is more of the mesh. I like the feel of this one, but I think the rope's probably easier to get in and out of. I don't know how I missed them before, but I'm seeing more and more of these gigantic chess sets all over Walt Disney World. Maybe they're new and I missed them, or maybe they've always been here and I just kind of looked right by them. Either way, I'm glad they're here. So I just looked at the directions to get to Animal Kingdom. It's 1.8 miles away from right here. 1.8 miles, that's all. I believe that is a shorter distance than from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, but you know what, let me confirm. It says on here that it's 5.1 miles. That's not how the crow flies though, that's on the road. So good to know, you know, driving, it's 5.1 miles, but I don't think, yeah, I got to figure out it's the how the crow flies. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so Epcot to Hollywood Studios, a little over a mile as the crow flies. Now from Coronado to Animal Kingdom. About a mile as the crow flies. So it's basically the same distance between Hollywood Studios at Epcot as it is for Coronado to Animal Kingdom. Obviously, it does come down to the numbers. How many guests are using the gondola system will determine if Disney does something like that, but I believe it's just a matter of time. It's funny, I'm always really careful when I'm on the sand, like trying not to get it in my shoes or anything, and now that I fell in the sand, it's everywhere. Now, with so much talk of Animal Kingdom, let's make our way over there from Coronado Springs. Now, it's true that it took me just about 4.5–5 minutes to drive here from Coronado Springs. Keep in mind, though, it's later in the evening, parking is open, I'm parked pretty close to the front of the park, but by the time I get there, it will be at least 10 minutes, and that's considering the fact that I was going the speed limit and hit all greens on the way. So even at the fastest speed, it's still gonna be 10 minutes. That's why a gondola system, in my opinion, would work so well here. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect time to be headed toward Expedition Everest because Rivers of Light is ending right now. So it's perfect. Everyone's watching, everyone's enjoying, then everyone's gonna go to Expedition Everest. I'm gonna try and beat the end. I'm gonna try. Ending right now. Perfect timing, perfect. Gotta love Expedition Everest, single rider. This is about maybe a 10-minute wait, maybe 15 for a single rider. I love that one, especially at night. It feels a lot more intense. You see the Yeti, everything's all dark, and when you sit further to the back, it's way more intense. Now, there is something I've never seen before. It's the animals for the Rivers of Light show right there, waiting kind of in the dark, totally darked out there for the next show. I'm pretty sure there's another run coming up in just a few minutes here, but it's cool to kind of just see them waiting for the next show here. In the evening here, you can see a lot of these games in the Dinoland USA area are closed. I don't think I've actually ever been back here this late in the evening to see this before. Most of Dinoland USA is closed at this point, but it's never too late for Pandora. Never. You know what I'd love to see? This is kind of big here. I love to see really happy cast members who clearly love their job. I mean, I see them all over the place, I really do, but some of them are dancing, having a great time, interacting with guests, smiling from ear to ear. It goes to show, Disney just kind of exudes happiness, not just for the guests, but for everyone. Surprisingly, it's a 40-minute wait for Na'vi River Journey and a 60-minute wait for Flight of Passage. I haven't seen it that short in a long time. Animal Kingdom is now 11 minutes from closing. I'm gonna take a quick look inside Wind Traders. You know, I don't think we've taken a close look inside Wind Traders since we were here on opening day. I mean, when I say close look, I mean like detailed look, like the Banshees over there. One of the more popular items now are these kind of seed pods here. They actually come with kind of a boingy string, as it were, where it can kind of go boing, boing, boing as you walk around the parks. It looks like it's floating in the air. $17 for these, extremely popular. Here's an example of it right here. It's kind of right on my finger, right there, and it's kind of bouncing around as that seed pod floating through the air. Super cool. It does light up when you move it around. Very cool. Now the Banshees are the same price that they always are, $60 each, but now you can buy two for $100. That's a nice savings if you want to buy two. Now when I walked by these the first time, I was thinking to myself, okay, well, it's a nice marble on a keychain, very interesting, but you get closer, look at that, the seed pod in the marble. Wow, that is really, really cool. I like that. It has the hook as well. Right there if you want to put on your backpack or purse or anywhere you want to put it. I like that a lot. $12.99. Very cool. One of my favorite mugs from Pandora, and I have this mug and I love it with those rocks. It really does not get old. It's such a cool one. Such a cool one from Pandora, and they still have it. Goes to show how popular it really is. Now my sister is a huge fan of rocks and geology, and you can see they have a lot of these different rock samples inside Wind Traders here. It's not just kind of this style or this, Michelle will know the names better than I, but take a look, they've got these other styles all throughout. Very cool. They even got these blue, purple, yellow rocks right down here in a crystal shape. That's awesome. Now these metal earth objects right here are super cool. They've kind of got the walker and the plane right there, $17.99 each. And I mean, they're awesome, but only if you have the right skills for it, because I tried to do one, like a land speeder. It's very, very difficult to do. You can break one piece and the whole thing comes apart. Very difficult, but really cool. More of those seed pods all around. A super popular item. Take a look at this Na'vi drum right here. Very, very cool, but you'll see if you hit it, you guys, that glow effect right there. A little bit difficult to see in the light right here, so there you go. You can see it right there. That glow effect as you drum on it. Very cool. What do you think? Is it me? Maybe. Now when I first walked in, I found some of these Pandorian glowing algae right here, the lava lamp. A very cool one. I didn't think it was for sale, but sure enough, I found it right back here by the registers. $39 for this one. Speaking of those super difficult metal earth objects, you can actually make a banshee out of the metal earth. I mean, it takes a skill, takes a level of skill, but a very cool one. That one is $21.99. Now, one item that's pretty unique for Pandora is the opportunity to make your own bracelet or necklace out of the different items that they have in these little cubbies here. They even have feathers for you to add to the necklace or bracelet. You kind of just grab one right there and get to it, and you can create your own and customize it even with your own Banshee right there. Here it is right by the entrance, that glowing algae right there, approved for transport to Earth. Very cool lava lamp. Now, if you don't want to spend $60 on the Banshee that can sit on your shoulder, you can also grab one of these other Banshees right here, kind of a plush Banshee there. He's $21.99, a very cool one. Now, these remind me of my Boy Scout days right here. A cup right there, aluminum right there, carabiner to carry it around. So you can just hook it on yourself and walk around with an extra cup all day. I love it. Under the new arrivals section right here, we've got these hats with your own Pandora ears right there. They also have this sweatshirt, Pandora, Born to Fly. I like that. And right there on the front, you can see Sivako. They also have these backpacks right here with patches already sewn on them. I like how some of them are overlapping already. Sivako. Very, very cool. Kind of a thick bag there too. I like it. $39.99. Bags at Disney are difficult though because you got to carry the one that's the most useful, but also the smallest, so you're not carrying around too much weight. I love the theming in Wind Trader's the best though. That's the best part in my opinion. You really feel immersed. As we're making our way out, let's walk through Island Mercantile, see if there's anything new that really catches my eye. Now that is cute. Take a look at these gloves right here, themed with the tiger right there, and there's a zebra one right there as well. That's super, super cute. In the middle, you can see a hat right there with the little ears right there. That's adorable. There's even a monkey below it. Monkey hat. $29.99 for the monkey hat, $30 for that hat up above, and $14 for the glove. You know, I always gravitate toward these items right here. Usually when I go on a vacation to Disney, I always grab like a few of these smaller items so I can distribute them to friends and family back home. And these look new to me. Take a look, you can see they have like the clips right there with the gang right there, kind of like a holographic look to them. Very, very cool. I like these. When I first walked by it, I was like, is this a misprint? It's not. It's not. They're actually just kind of switching the colors right there just for fun. Just for fun. It's cool. That is a great photo frame. Ohana means family. Look at this. And it's Stitch's ear right there. Super, super cute. This one is $24.99. So much fun today. I always just love just general exploration around Disney. No specific plan, no specific place to go or be or see, just exploring. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Thanks so much for sharing in the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until next time, have a magical day.